The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. Expect that to happen.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Power football with the run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get it through the air. That's caught. It's Johnson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll... The 47.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race. You've got to win games. You've got to put up big numbers. And that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage. And he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Just keep slinging it. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
will try to shut him down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Nebraska's offense will go to work for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big
Turning it on! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Dennis. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work.
Base 27 jump.
They want to run it left here. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
I'll tell you, this is a guy, a quarterback, that I trust throwing the ball on 4th down, and I trust him running the ball on 4th down, too. Go with the option. Let him make the right read. He does. Calls his own number. His athleticism takes over. They pick up the 1st.
Right on money. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, they're talking about him for the Heisman. But just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down.
Here we go. Sack.
Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the SEC is so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick.
They've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative, play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He's just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you can find in the entire country.
The Huskers line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference, defense.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here.
Ready.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly complete. Nice move, create some space. Touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. they're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. A little screen to the running back. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. Guess what? If I don't get that third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up.
Here we go, here we go. Direction. Okay, great.
Back to pass. Got his man. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader. And he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
He's got an open man. Right down the gut of the field. And he will pass it. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
22 water.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
Caught near the sticks. It's eyes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again.
Come on, set.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Music no. Music no.
The give to the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. New set of downs after the completion. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Military stunt. Cookie.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Ready.
Looking to fire. He's got him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
And in the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up 14 over USC. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Raiola. Firing to the right, complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Military stunt.
Wants to go up top. Looking left. With the catch, it's Dennis. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Dennis.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Strong, firm tackle. The Cornhuskers in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Johnson. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The short hands, it's Overton.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Rush is on him. Makes the catch. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. Nestled just inside that right upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivalries. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive in the line, that'll be the story of this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Well, going RPO on that second down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the first or set up third and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now. He takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this third down because of the quarterback's decision.
The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll go back to work on offense.
Let's go! Check, check!
The handoff to Johnson. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on first down. Plucks it out of the air. No chance to run, but still a good gain. After that last completion, it's 2nd down.
Fly trumpet!
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field.
Set, ready!
From the gun, the ground game. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Let's get that swagger, y'all. Let's get that swagger.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go!
Takes the handoff. It's James. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Found enough enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down.
Base 27 jump.
They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Come on, set.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, it's first and 10. Shakes off the defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll give it to Johnson. Just plowing ahead. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Using his feet. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs it for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is on top, but it's not like Roger Staubach is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Cincinnati. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off play action on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
He'll pull it on the read. Runs through the tackle. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. If he's going to run the football, they were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab, it's Dennis. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Huskers are marching down the field. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. The give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Cornhuskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Pulls it in. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The run to the left. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Set, ready!
Keep it on the ground. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to really get into this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. A much better starting point this time. Just sort of a relentless run, getting every... available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Charcoal!
Might as well stick with him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Let's go, let's go.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? It'll be 3rd and long. They'll leave it with him. Got a little space. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Has to get there to move the sticks. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The handoff to Johnson. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just get...
Breaks into the open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game.
Personal foul.
Big rivalry.
Roughing the
Get some
kicker.
emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Grabbed behind the line. It's James. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Military stunt! Military stunt!
Caught in the backfield, it's Dennis. Hard running there. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. That pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And they can't make the connection.
And we've seen a lot of that in this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for you.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And now the offense will come onto the field again.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll give it to Johnson. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Trick 9.
Back to the ground with the running back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Might be changing the route. Trying play action. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's James. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's...
There he goes. Past the 20. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about...
It's a running room. He's at the 40, at the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Offense changing the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Overton. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pressure coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. No matter how much college football changes, realigns,
each other so much, so you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance